Hello, everybody. I hope you're well. Before we start, I just want to make sure that my audio is fine. So I'm just waiting for someone to tell me that you can hear me okay. And yes, sounds like we are fine. I think you can hear me. So we can start. So namaskar, মোৰ নাম Hiramoni Sarma, and I'm back with another episode of Get Set Global. আপোনালোকে যেনেকৈ জানে যোৱা ৩-৪ মাহৰ পৰা বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ travel restrictions আহি আছে. There have been many travel restrictions, traveling from city to city, traveling from country to country. And because of that, a lot of people are having problems. My guests today, all of them have gone through, they have faced some kind of mayhem because of travel restrictions. Well, I'll start with myself. It's not quite a mayhem, but I booked my ticket for Guwahati, where my parents live. But my tickets got cancelled, so obviously I can't go. But when you live so far from your parents, you really look forward to those kind of trips. And more so when your parents get older. And there are small little things like, you look forward to having homemade car. You look forward to having homemade masortenga. As trivial as it may sound, but these things do matter. They play a role when you don't get them. And I now don't know when I will get to see my parents physically and when I can actually travel safely. But my guest, because of travel restrictions, it has created some kind of havoc in their lives, and we'll get to hear them. And that's what this show is all about. We bring real people, we talk about common issues, and we hear people's real life stories. And that's exactly what we are going to do today as well. And if you also have got any stories to tell, problems that you have faced because of travel restrictions, then please do drop your story, share with us in the comment box. I will try and read them during the show. Plus, if you have got any questions, by all means, please do ask and we will try to answer. And now I think it's my time to really invite the guest. So my first guest is, Dr. Arundhati Borthakur. Hello, Ba. Thank you for joining
Hello,
in.
hi.
Hi.
Nice to.
Okay. Dr. Arundhati Borthakur, she's an ophthalmologist and she does a private practice in Guwahati. She came to the UK for a very short visit, but because of this travel restrictions, she was stuck here in England for months, I think. We will get to hear from her, the challenges around unpreparedness of having to stay in a foreign land for so long. I'll come to you very soon, Ba, but before that, I will bring my second guest, and she is Sushmita Borah. Hi, Sushmita. Lovely to see you. Namaskar. Sushmita she's a civil engineering graduate from Assam Engineering College. I think we need to change this setting somehow, I feel. Yeah. And she is here in the UK as a PhD student, doing her PhD from Nottingham, Trent University. Sushmita wanted desperately, she has been wanting to go home to spend time with family in Assam. She also had an family emergency, but obviously she's still stuck in the UK. So we will hear her frustration and what's happening with her plans to go home. My third guest is Indrajit Bordoloi. Dada, thank you. Namaskar. Dada অসমৰ পৰা ইয়ালৈ আহিছিলে ইংলেণ্ডত to see his daughter who lives here with her family. কিন্তু ট্ৰেভেল ৰেষ্ট্ৰিকশ্যনৰ কাৰণে তেখেতৰ ৰিটাৰ্ণ টিকেট কেনচেল হৈ থাকিল। গতিকে তাৰ পৰা জানিম কি ধৰণৰ কষ্ট বা কি ধৰণৰ সমস্যাবোৰ হৈ আছে তাৰ কাৰণে। দাদা আপোনাৰ লগত সোনকালেই কথা পাতিম। My fourth guest is Geeta Borooah, but thank you for joining Namaskar. Geeta ba, she is a retired GP practice manager, and she's working as a secretary and a treasurer for Oshom Sahitya Sabha UK chapter. Tekhতৰ storyটো অলপ reverse. She went to Assam to see family, and she had her saga of coming back from Assam to the UK. We'll talk about that. And finally, my final guest is Shovana Talukdar. Hi, Shovana.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. So Shovana Englandলৈ আহিছিল as a student, and now she's working as a renewable energy researcher at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, right? I've got that right, I think. And like Sushmita, Shovana also had been wanting to go home to Assam, but obviously she hasn't got a flight that can take her to Assam. So we'll talk about that. But thank you so much to each one of you for coming and joining the show. Moi Dr. Arundhati Borthakur tekhetলৈ গৈছো প্ৰথম প্ৰশ্নটো. You came to the UK on 16th of March because your son, who is 17 years old, he's studying here in London. And when you got to know about the pandemic outbreak, you thought you should come and take him back home before things get worse. But things turned out differently for you. Apparently, your flight was the last flight from Assam to, or rather from India to the UK. I will come to you in the second round, all your problems because of that. But before that, I kind of wanted to know what happened? I mean, কি হল যেতিয়া গম পালে কিমান সোনকালে গম পালে যে ৰিটাৰ্ণ টিকেট কেনসেল হৈ থাকিল আৰু তাৰ পিছত কি হল আপুনি আপডেট পাইছিলে নে এয়াৰলাইন্সৰ পৰা? I just wanted to know that bit.
No, actually, my son is studying in London. He was anyway supposed to come home for Easter break. That was on 3rd or 4th of April. Kintu jitu pandemic, I mean, news dekhi aso UK basically, especially in London. So there was, like that the school might shut down, there might be a lockdown. And he's just 16 years old and he stays in suddenly decide I'll go and get him back. So I reached London on 16th আৰু কি য'ত থাকে তাৰ ওপৰতে মই এখন সৰু হোটেলতে বুক কৰিলো আৰু বুক কৰি পেলাই তেতিয়া মানে the day I reached his school shut down হেতুকে and so they were asked to go on for online classes আৰু usually he homestay মানুহৰ থাকে they asked me to stay with them only. And even since I was doing international travel, they were also a little reserved to keep me. So I checked into a hotel very close and I was returned back on 22nd. And when I booked the tickets, they said for Indian citizens, I can easily come back. It's just that foreigners will not be allowed back to India. But upon reaching there, I had a return ticket by Polish Airlines. So I just got a message that my ticket is cancelled and I just got a credit voucher that I can utilize it whenever I want to travel in future. And that's that. Because lots of people were turning. I mean, there were no outward flight from India. India Air India was totally booked. I couldn't get any tickets. And when I called up Air India, they said a restriction to March or 31st lake thakibo. Tar pisot apuni ghuri jabo paribo. Hekane sei mote moi mor hotelor stay to extend korai lulu 31st March lake. And I got my next tickets for April 4th. That was the earliest available. Kintu hey 22nd of হৈ গ'ল তাৰপিছত আৰু মই তেনেকে মানে টিকেট কাটো ক্ৰেডিট ভাউচাৰ দি দিয়ে আকৌ কাটো এনেকে গৈ ফাইনেলি মোৰ মানে জুন এণ্ড পালেগে আৰু মানে তাতে থাকোতে আৰু
so মানে দুমাহৰ বেছি যেন লাগিছে অলমোষ্ট দুমাহ নহয় জানো Wow, all right. I think
to be precise.
Wow. I think the trouble is not knowing, the unknown, because you didn't know whether you can come back in 2 days or 2 months. And
I didn't know.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard.
Every 10 days, 15 days, hopes are raised and then again it goes down. Nothing's happened and all. No? Like,
wow, it's very stressful. It's very stressful to say the least, I suppose. But we'll come to you with the problems that came with it. Sushmita, tumale ahisu. Obviously, we know that because of the pandemic, international students had issues like some expired their visas. Then because the campuses were shut down, so they didn't have anyone to see. Plus, some people also have got problems with flatmates. Karon jodi local hoy, they can go home, and that can be so lonely for people who stay back. So those are problems, but then there are other problems as well, like grocery shortage. We had a massive grocery shortage at the beginning of the pandemic, and I know that students had issues like with the essential food items as well. So I know that you also have been wanting to go home, so we'll talk about that. But before that, just wanted to know, did you have this kind of problem? Enekwa dhoroner tumar problem hoisile neki as a student? Ba hoi ase neki?
Hi, Hiraban. Thank you for the question. My PhD student hoy yaar. So, joa March mahor pora amar university bondho hoy ase. Ami ghorar pora kaam koribo laga hoisile. Aru moi etia specifically jodi research oriented students bilakor kotha kau, most of us lab work thake amar. Aru jehetu amar PhD bo time bound hoy, funding amar 3 bosorar karone ahe. So 3 bosor bhitor moi kaam to jene tene shekh koribo lagibo. Into last 4 months, more major portion of the work is lab work. Aru moi hetu kaam koribo pora nai. Karone it's quite a challenge. So, but in the meantime, university is also getting flexible. So, তেওঁলোকে আমাক help কৰিছে alternative way উলিওৱাত. আমি try কৰি আছো different kinds of work that can be done from home. তেনেকুৱা কামত engage কৰি ৰাখিবলে. As an international student, also luckily moi funded student, hekarne mor iman problem hua nai. But kisman PhD student enokwa thake jelike nije funding ane aru plus telke teaching kore ba onno part time jobs do. Because of the lockdown and university closure, many of us have lost those part time jobs.
Yes.
So etu karone teolokor financially bahutore moi janu mor logore bahutore problem hoise, kismane family loi ahe. So hetu eta bahut dangor anxiety about telke keneke survive koribo during this time. It's very crucial. Hopefully etia jehetu okoman yate the transmission rate komise aru lahe lahe khulibole arambho korise, jodio university etia leke khula nai. Hopefully in the coming months we will see better scenario. And apuni kam khosa kotha koise, prices in terms of grocery shopping and everything during the lockdown, that was all of them are panic buying everything. Prices were also going high, and basic things like rice. There moi okole thoka student, so moi hodai কম amount of rice kino. Dhorok eta example, so hetu homoy denoka hoisile mane eta rice packet 20 pound like 2000 rupees denokwa hoi goisile. So hinokwa kisman problem face korisilo. Etia from May, I think the things are getting better in terms of groceries.
Sure.
So this is some এইবিলাক এনেকুৱা experience যিখিনি আমি পাইছো আৰু মোৰ বোধহয় সকলোৱে সেইখিনি experience কৰিছে.
হয় না, ঠিকে কৈছা। তুমি কৈছা চাউল পোৱাই দিগদাৰি হৈছিলে, ঘৰত ফোন কৰি মাক ক'বও নোৱাৰে যে ইয়াত চাউলো পোৱা নাই। হয়, বহুতে এনেধৰণৰ
কৰে। So এইখিনি কিছুমান চিনাৰিও তেনেকুৱা হয় যিখিনি অকলে টেকল কৰিব লাগে, আৰু আমি ইয়াতে অকলে থকা ষ্টুডেণ্ট। চ' আমাৰ যদিও কোনোবা চিনাকি মানুহ আছে, তো সেইটো সময়ত কোনো এটা জেগাৰ পৰা বেলেগ জেগালৈ যাব নোৱাৰে। কিবা প্ৰব্লেম হ'লেও আমি নিজেই চল্ভ কৰিব লাগিব। ভাল লাৰ্নিং এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ গ'ল আমাৰ।
একদম একদম ঠিক কথা কৈছা। তোমালৈ আহিম, তুমি অসমলৈ যাব পৰা নাই, তাৰ যি ধৰণৰ প্ৰব্লেমবোৰ চলি আছে। বৰ্তমান আহিছোঁ মই ইন্দ্ৰজিতালৈ। দাদা, আপুনি আহিছিলে ইংলেণ্ডলৈ আপোনাৰ ৱাইফৰ লগত, কাৰণ ইয়াত আপোনাৰ ছোৱালী থাকে আৰু তেখেতৰ পৰিবাৰো আছে। আৰু আপোনালোক
10 তাৰিখে আহিছিলোঁ।
আচ্ছা আৰু ফিৰি যোৱা কথা আছিলে আৰ্লি জুনত
2nd of June 2nd of June মোৰ ৰিটাৰ্ণ টিকেট আছিল
হয় সেয়া কেনচেল হৈ থাকিল অবভিয়াছলি মই আপোনাৰ পৰা জানিব বিচাৰিম এটাতো ইয়াত ইমানখিনি সময় থকা যিটো আপুনি ভবা নাছিলে তাৰ কাৰণে কি ধৰণৰ সমস্যাবোৰ বা কষ্ট পাইছে কিন্তু তাৰ আগতে সুধিব খুজিছো এয়াৰলাইনছে এতিয়া কি কয় মানে তেওঁলোকৰ পৰা ৰেগুলাৰ কিবা ইনফৰমেশ্যন আহি আছে নে কি ধৰণৰ
কথাটো সেইখিনিতে ঘটনাটো কি হ'ল যেতিয়া ইণ্ডিয়াৰ যি ইণ্টাৰনেশ্যনেল ফ্লাইট কেনচেল হ'ল তো গতিকে আমাৰবিলাকো হ'ল এতিয়া মোৰ ছোৱালীয়ে খবৰ বাতৰি ল'লে তেওঁলোকে ক'লে যে য়েছ ফ্লাইট ইজ কেনচেল কিন্তু কোনো এটা ক্লিয়াৰিটি কোনো এটা ভিজিবল পিকচাৰ নিদিলে যে এই টিকেটৰ পইচাটো মই যি দিছিলে ৰিফাণ্ড কৰিম আমি বা এই ধৰণৰ ফ্লাইট হ'ব এই কথা এটা বিৰাট এটা ভেকুৱাম মানে এই পইচাটো ক'ত গ'ল কি হ'ল বা মোৰ যোৱা কি হ'ব মোৰ টিকেট কেনেকৈ পাম এই বিষয়ে কোনো এটা ক্লিয়াৰ ভিজিবিলিটি তেওঁলোকে নাই দিয়া
কোনখন এয়াৰলাইন্স হয় এখন
এয়াৰ ইণ্ডিয়া
অ'কে অলৰাইট চ' গতিকে আপুনি এতিয়া কোনো ধৰণৰ নিশ্চয়তা নাই যে কেতিয়া যাব পৰা নাই হয় অ'কে
সেই পইচাটো যিটো টিকেটৰ পইচা মই দিছিলো ৰিটাৰ্ণৰ কাৰণে আমি সেই পইচাটো কি হ'ব কি নহ'ব একো
মানে তেওঁলোকে সেয়াও একো কোৱা নাই কিনো কৰিব পইচাকে
সোধা হৈছিলে কিন্তু তেওঁলোকে এটা ক্লিয়াৰ পিকচাৰ এতিয়ালৈকে দিব পৰা
হয় আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ যি ফোন নম্বৰ হেল্পলাইন তাত ফোন কৰিও কাকো তেনেকে পোৱা নাই
ফোন কৰিছিল এনা উভয়াকে এটা ৰিপ্লাই দি থয় যেনেকে ইয়ে কৰাৰ কাৰণে
হয় ৱাও অ'কে অ'কে ৱাও সেয়ে বহুত ধৰণে মানুহে কৈ আছে যে সেই একে ধৰণৰ প্ৰব্লেম যে এয়াৰলাইনছে একো তেওঁলোকে ক'ব পৰা নাই কেতিয়া কি হ'ব মই আহিম আপোনাৰ ওচৰলৈ কাৰণ মই জানো যে ইমান দীঘলীয়াকৈ থকাৰ কি ধৰণৰ সমস্যা কিছু হ'ব পাৰে তাৰ আগতে গীতাবাৰ তালৈ আহিছোঁ গীতাবা ইউ হেড এ ৰিভাৰ্ছ ষ্টৰি you went to see your family in Assam কিন্তু তাত যোৱাৰ পিছত like all of us we didn't see lockdown coming so swiftly and everything shutting down so quickly to your surprise I think your return ticket got cancelled so মই সেয়া জানিব বিচাৰিছোঁ যেতিয়া গম পালে কিমান সোনকালে গম পালে ৰিটাৰ্ণ টিকেট কেনচেল হোৱা বুলি আৰু তাৰপিছত কি হ'ল মানে বেলেগ এটা ল'ব লগা হ'ল you had to pay twice
I have to buy a new ticket to come here
okay
মই প্ৰথমৰ পৰা এনেই ক'বলৈ বিচাৰিছোঁ thank you for inviting me for Get Set Global I bought the ticket a month early of my flight and then I went to India, Assam and arrived there okay and on my mind I'm planning to spend some time with my family and my sister-in-law Arti Baido wasn't well that's why I want to visit her as well unfortunately she passed away a week before I was there that is okay in a sense at that time it is very very when I think back in here BBC News they are actually explaining about what is coronavirus how it's affected what happened to Wuhan in China and why they are giving Wuhan in China and then their government decided to impose a lockdown there at first I thought it may be there the virus it won't come here
yes
and people in here as well not that aware of the situation that's why I thought myself 1 month in India doesn't do any bad and I will be safely return here that's why I bought the ticket for a month and while I was there and I attend all the ritual of my sister-in-law after that gradually I can see people are worried about coronavirus because they heard the news in Spain and Italy it was become pandemic it's become too much people are dying and everything people are asking question as well to me as well how it's happened and that is very difficult for me as well to explain because I'm out of the country and I was in Assam and that time up until 11th of March I thought that well it says so but I will manage to go back safely no problem but my son from USA and my daughter from here UK they were telling me that I should go there and check every day this airline status. I've flown by Air India and coming back the same, because it's give a lot of safety measure when women flying in Air India. You can go direct, nearly direct to Assam from London.
Yeah.
And then on the 17th of March, it was like panic attack to me. I saw the flight, not only flights been cancelled, the whole airline's been cancelled.
Yeah.
No airlines flying after 18th of March.
Did
what
they?
can I do?
Yeah.
And I rang them. Yeah.
I was trying to understand. Did the airlines?
They didn't actually. No, they didn't inform me at all, or they didn't send me an email. Nothing at all. And I rang them. There, as usual, there is no phone call, nothing at all, no reply, no response to it. And then someone actually told me that it's the best way to go to a travel agent. And when I went there, really, I thought myself, what is going on? She is very friendly and she is very flexible, but she was excited as well. She wants to book, she saw the availability, want to book a ticket for me, and tickets been booked. Such a short span of time, the ticket has been booked. And I was waited there, I think about 4 hours I spent with her. Ultimately, I got a ticket, not in the same airlines. First of all, she persuaded me, but I cannot give you Air India ticket, you cannot get it, and everything she said. Then I decided that, yes, any tickets will do for me. I have to come out from there.
Yeah.
And then I got the ticket for Emirates.
Okay.
And I never flown in Emirates before. I think it's pronounced as Emirates or Emirates?
Emirates. Yes, Emirates. Yeah.
And then I thought that although it has I have to change the flight in Dubai, I thought that is the safe way I can come. I bought the ticket, came home, আর কোনেও ভাল পোৱা নাই কথাটো তই কলে যাবি কেনেকে যাবি কলে তই ফ্লাইট চেঞ্জ কৰিব লাগিব ইমানবোৰ প্ৰব্লেম হৈছে তই দেখিছ কিয় নাথাকো আমাৰতো একো হোৱা নাই আমি ঘৰতে আছো কি হৈছে আমাৰ that time India was like living a normal life. Nothing happened to anybody. There is a public gathering, there is a puja, there is marriage, there is people are inviting for marriage and everything.
So
I said, no. Yes, absolutely. And then I realized if I don't move now and fly now, I will be stranded for months maybe.
Apuni okay, apna freeze hoise line 2. Maybe apuni ebar ulai jauk, just log out and log back again.
Who, me?
No, Geeta ba. She froze. Yeah, she froze.
I could see that,
okay. I think she was, she had a very interesting story, but I'll catch her, I think later on. I'll come to Shovana. Shovana, I think your story is kind of similar to Sushmita, because I'll have similar question. You came as a student, you're a young professional, and when the pandemic happened, the lockdown happened. Okay.
It's been...
Okay,
go on.
I'll come to you because we'll finish your story, but I think I'll first speak to Shovana. So as a student, obviously you had, I'm guessing that you had issues like, roommates not being around, so feeling lonely, plus, grocery. I think that's something everybody faced. Don't know if you had any problem with visa expiry, because I know some students did. But then you are working, so that's a good point. So I think, your income is not kind of stopped. Did you, because of this pandemic, did you have major issues or some kind of problems you went through?
Okay, firstly, thank you, Hiraba, for inviting me. I'm very glad to be a part of your show. Kobole gole Sushmita janeke describe korise. So if I were to start from the beginning, moi 2018 apuni janeke koise mo masters koribole ahisilu joa bosor 2019 November moi graduate korilu tat moi university ta sakori palu ta sakori start korilu and my idea was je moi এবছৰ জুনত because when I saw more bhaiti bhanti summer vacation thake, more birthday month hoy, so I was like really excited that I have started earning, so when I ghorle jam. But more first problem asil ki more passport khon mane expire hobole hoise, not my visa, my passport. So etia tetia ma realize koilo moi to renew koribo lagbe passport khon, so moi bhabilo ki tetia just mane arambho hoise ar more jeto plan asla je moi junot ahim ge, moi bhabilo moi march or beginning ot goi mane moi renew kori dim I think within a month it should come back to me. Jodi moi jabole hoy mane moi ghorle ahi jam aru. But the problem was my interview attend korilu, more passport submit korilu, and then after I think next week or so lockdown start hoy gol, and then more passport kon actually ahi pabole more than 2 months hol. More middle of June more passport kon ahile. Yes. So I cannot blame anybody because I understand ki mane the whole situation was mane kind of standstill at ahi goisle. So I cannot blame anybody. But my VFS global email drop korisu, I tried to call them, but iman mane responsive nasile. So at that point I realized that okay, so there's no going home. My ghor jabo naru. So now I have to etia jun thake mane survival jun to thake eta mane instinct aru adaptability that kicked in. Kan mur flatmates sarizoni swali asilu. More flatmates because European high, so they all went back home, and there I am now all by myself. And then tarpisot firstly rational junto crisis hole mane manhu bilake stockpiling kore, so the moi okole moi kiman nu bazar anim goi eta to line ot thio hobo lage queue koribo lage bostu bila, and you cannot eblak bostu jiman problem moi etia mane sobor agot koise, but these things you cannot always explain to your family because they are always so worried. Man amar swalijoni okole ase iman tension thake already, so you cannot say we are like yes ma'am bhale ase, don't worry aita koka and everybody. So but you are standing in front of a line hoping that the last bag of rice is not taken. Aru moi mane okhomia pura bhotua mane okhom bhat nakhale noaru mane, so it 10 kg sab ani anibo lage. So that was quite difficult, I would say. Tar pisot hol once you kind of get used to that lifestyle mane tar pisot moi ki koilo moi 2 সপ্তাহৰ mure মই junto moi etiao continue koro, every 2 weeks I try and get my stuff jiman paru mane pithite hator dukhote mane jiman paru loi anuge. But that is just one part of the story. Other than that, there's always this emotional vulnerability. I'm very grateful that financially and health wise I am fit. My friends and family are all like they're fine, they're doing well. More sakori soli ase, ma sakori ma koribo paisu, so I'm grateful that way. But still, you know, the fact that I'm all by myself, mo eta thake, if I were to fall sick, who will take care of me? Jodi nohok if it becomes too much of a crisis, jodi beshi eta critical situation hoy, what would I do? So I have to be always mentally prepared of those situations. Hetu kane mane I'm always prepared. Okay, what next hetu eta mane ahe tarpori eta thake, how do you help your family? Mur jodi ghorot karbar ga bea hol kiba, more family in fact they have gone through some crisis this entire period bahut hol. In fact couple of them have also tested positive, which is what I'm saying right now. So hetu mane mur kane it's a big thing because I'm very close to my family, and the fact that moi hetor logot thakibo noaru kiba ta help koribo noaru, moi kiman phone kori kiman hetor logot mane moi hetu mane eta emotional ta hei thake eta factor thake. So these things I would say have been kind of the biggest challenge for me.
Yeah, I totally know what you're saying, Shovana. Absolutely, I do. In fact, you know, Indian Student Association in England, they say that the number of calls that they're getting from international students studying here, then the most students, the biggest problem is feeling lonely, missing home, missing family, not being able to tell what they are going through because they know that families are worried. So as much as Russian was a problem, but I think the bigger issue surely is loneliness and missing home. So I think to me, you have really brought those points well. But yeah, we'll have more to talk about, Shovana. But Geeta bai eta interesting story koi asil as a travel agent opera ticket pale, tar pisot ki hol?
Tar pisot I booked that ticket, and as I told you, the family was very anxious about that, how I will fly alone. Aru tar pisot moi tete determine korilu je I got to come out from there. I have to fly back to England. And my focus is, priority is that time was to come back to UK. That is, and I bought the ticket and I actually prepare for coming to UK. Yeah,
I think that's
but
the
I
best.
have to, I have to pay extra for that. I'm still struggling with them to get money back, but I haven't done it.
This is it. I think Indrajit dayo take kole je cancel hoar pisoto airlines e koa nai whether they're refunding voucher, they just don't get back. But I think the best, I think best decision that at least you came back. I think that's it. Otherwise you'd have been stuck. Moi ahim etia bortoman Arundhati Borthakur bale. So now we are coming to the core of the show, the havoc, the mayhem that these travel restrictions have created, and I think no one will know more than you, because you first stayed in a hotel, then you were moved to a service apartment where you had to stay for months. And when people travel, obviously they also calculate their finances based on how long they're going to stay. And to say the least, I mean, accommodation can be very expensive in England. So I wanted to know, one, about how did it impact you financially, let alone all the stresses of not knowing when you can go back. But then you also had, I think, a little bit of concern about your safety and security, and also the Russian problem and all sorts. So I kind of really want to know everything that you have gone through because of all these travel restrictions.
Actually, Hiramoni, হেতুৱে হৈছিলে মই প্ৰথমতে হে ফিঞ্চলে এৰিয়াটোত আছিলো লণ্ডনত, আৰু সেইখন এখন স্মল হোটেল আছিলে গ্লেনলিন বুলি. দে একচুৱেলি দ্য ষ্টাফ ইজ ভেৰি ফ্ৰেণ্ডলি তেনেকুৱাকে. সিহঁতি মই হে প্ৰথম গৈ মানে সিহঁতৰ মানুহ ইমান নাছিলে, এণ্ড দে ৱাৰ কাটিং ডাউন অন ষ্টাফ বিকজ সিহঁতৰ টুৰিষ্টে কম. 3 দিন 4 দিন থকাৰ পিছত সিহঁতি ক'লে কি দে আৰ গোইং টু শ্বাট ডাউন দ্য হোটেল, কাৰণ সিহঁতৰ নচলে, আৰু দে উইল ট্ৰান্সফাৰ মি টু ওৱান অফ দেয়াৰ চাৰ্ভিচ এপাৰ্টমেণ্টছ. চাৰ্ভিচ এপাৰ্টমেণ্ট কেইটা বেছ ভাল, আৰু কি হৈছে হোটেলখন জাষ্ট অন দ্য মেইন ষ্ট্ৰীটৰ কাষতে আছিলে তেনেকুৱা. তাৰপিছত সিহঁতি ট্ৰান্সফাৰ কৰি দিলে, কিছুমান এচেঞ্চিয়েলছ অলপ থৈ দিছিলে, কিন্তু আই ৰিয়েলাইজ কি গোটেই প্ৰপাৰ্টিটোত আমি দুটাই থাকো, মি এণ্ড মাই ছান. So ৰাতি হলে মানে সেইটো এটা বিৰাট ভয় লাগে, কাৰণ ইউ আৰ দ্য চেণ্টাৰ অফ এভৰিথিং. তাৰপিছত তাতে খবৰ পাই থাকো মাগিং হেজ ষ্টাৰ্টেড, কিবা মানে মানুহৰ সেইবোৰ ষ্টিলিং সেইবোৰ আৰম্ভ হৈছে. চ' এটা মানে ক'ব নোৱাৰি, ঘৰত ফোন কৰিলে চব ঠিকে আছো. আৰু মোৰ আৰু এটা প্ৰব্লেম কি হৈছিলে, মাই ছান ইজ ষ্টেইং দেৰ উইথ দ্য কনফিডেন্স দেট আই এম দেৰ. চ' মই মানে তাৰ আগত ঝাঁচি কি ৰাণী দেখাব লাগে, কিন্তু গধূলি আহিলে মোৰো চিন্তা লাগে এতিয়া কি মানে. সেইকাৰণে মানে উই ইউজ টু ডু অল kinds of things when dorja soja, because tate tola sapi nai, no, it's all code operated. So moi bhabu kunbai jodi code tu jane, ami jodi hui jao, kunba jodi breaks in, so rati mane eta khuni phole mane hahi uthe bohutok koa na ami dorja khon bond kor noy soki ekhon ani dorjar agot thon jate mane hekhon khulile kunbai, ar tar pisot suitcase keta tar upor thon jate kunbai break in korile mane we hear the sound and we wake up. নহলে মানে কি প্ৰথম কেইদিনমান শুবই নোৱাৰো, দেখোন কোনোবাই খুলিছে নেকি, কোনোবা ৰাস্তাৰ শব্দও আহি থাকে তেতিয়া. সেইখিনি চলিলে, তাৰপিছত লাহে লাহে আৰু যেনেকে থাকি গলো কনফিডেন্সটো বাঢ়িলে তেনেকুৱাকে. আৰু এজ ইট ইজ তুমি কোৱা মতে ৰাছিয়ান ৱাজ এ প্ৰব্লেম, অল অফ আছ থিং. আৰু যদিও বহুত দোকান আছে একো নাপায়, আৰু সিহঁতৰ মানে প্ৰথম যিটো ৰুলছ কৰিছিলে 7 to 8, the NHS workers will get a chance, 8 to 9 the senior citizens, and 9 onwards the other people would get. So if you go at 9 you get nothing. So though your chance would come at 9, we used to stand in the line from 6:30 jate mane at least olop agot to jabo paro. And March onwards it was still very cold, bota heri mane ke ulai joatue mane bahut torturous, kintu nogole to you are stuck, you don't know. Hey ekku napao gutei samoy khini 3 ghonta 4 ghonta thiyo hoy, one sa do bread which everyone has left, something kipa. Luckily my son had a stock of Maggie mane India pra di puthwa, hey Maggie was a savior. Tar pisot biscuit পেকেজ তাৰপিছত এখন এদিনাখন ঘূৰি ঘূৰি আফগান ষ্ট'ৰ এখন পালো তাতে সেয়া অকমান ৰাইচ অকমান ৰাজমা লুবিয়া rather and then some chole. I said at least we are done for something, we don't have to starve. And every time we put up something, I tell my son, এটা খাই ল নেক্সট কেতিয়া পাও নাজানো এনেকুৱা আৰু সেইটো মানে সি তাৰ অনলাইন ক্লাছ কৰি থাকে কিন্তু মাই ৰাতিপুৱা মানে শুই উঠাৰ পৰা আজিবা কি পাওঁ মানে ইটছ লাইক ভেঞ্চাৰিং আউট এণ্ড গেটিং কিবা এটা পালে ইউ ফিল ভেৰি গুড কি আই এম সৰ্ট out for at least today তেনেকুৱাকে and as I said the hotel people were good. They realized ki mur gute ticket or ebur kheli mili hoye ase mane cancellations hoye ase or as I think Shovana and Sushmita said, I had friends, colleagues, relatives kintu hekhini somoy kuneo kaku ta jabo nware kuneo visit koribo nware rakhibo nware ke karone tarpot they were extending my stay hoti mane Saturday they come for 1 hour, they give me extra sheets and towels aru tar pisot mane they said you go on extending your stay as long as you want. He teneke korte mor emahe hoi gol মানে সেই তাতে মানে গৈ পাই তাৰপিছত লকডাউন টো ইয়াতে শেষেই হোৱা নাই and as you know তাতো মানে কি you have to pay mostly by card. They were not encouraging taking cash, so I had some cash. তাৰপিছত আকৌ my son's card was there, আকৌ transferring some money from India because সেইখিনিও মানে no you have to keep on struggling, you know, juggling your cards, you know, which to use. আকৌ ticket কাটিব লগা হলে you need another one সেইটোকে মানে bare contagious and cancel your tickets and issue you a credit voucher no ako mane je ekinike use kobo pari tenukwa nohoy so finally mane we got used to it aru lahe okon weather also was a little help lahe okoman mane he rati par he ottasar tu mane komi gol je line not thio hua thanda konor he tenukwa ke aru heya tenukwa hoy lockdown after lockdown aru ekku clear cut instruction nai. If you call them another thing I'd like to think is like the High Commission of India. Register with us. Every 2 weeks we are filling up a form which is basically the same form. So they say you'll be called on priority basis. Geeta priority criteria dile, we don't fall into that. Amar visa was kintu tar pisot eku nai tasot first phase of Vande Bharat goal hebu to all to the metros. Nothing coming to Northeast. We cannot book. High Commissioner has to decide our name and then when they call, you can get your tickets. Second phase or to go. Then on the third phase, we saw there was one lone flight to Guwahati via Delhi, Calcutta. হেতু কাৰণে আমি লিখি প্লাই ফ্লাইট টু যেতিয়া 5 দিন মান আছে I got an email that you have been chosen for that flight, so just confirm your yes or no or tar pisot Air India will call you up and with your details, and once you confirm your debit card details dibo laibo not credit card, and you book your tickets. I said fine. tar pisot moi rokhi asu. There were a lot of stranded ASME students. Ami ara WhatsApp group khuli pelai itue hitu mane dukh kosto share koru maje সেই তেনেকুৱাকে হেৰি তাৰপিছত দেখিলো I realized কি মোৰটো কল আহিলে মোৰ লৰাৰটো কল আহা নাই তেতিয়া how can I go without him. তাৰপিছত I send them a mail. তেতিয়া ৰাতিপুৱা মেইল দিছো একো উত্তৰ নাই. তাৰপিছত মই এটা হেল্পলাইন নম্বৰত ফোন কৰিলো. সিহঁতি ক'লে কি নহয় just take this as a personal advice or professional advice. If you want, you've got a chance to go, don't say no, because if you say no your chance will not come in a long term, and then your son he'll go in subsequent flights. I was so, what's this? তাৰ কাৰণেটো মই আহিলো মই এটা তাক এইখনৰ মাজত ক'ত এৰি থৈ যাও. And he and within this lockdown he celebrated his 17th birthday also. And then I said ki কোনেও তাক ৰাখিব নোৱাৰে because traveling and keeping guests is not allowed. No hotel will keep a 17-year-old and it's just not rational. তাৰপিছত মই ভাবিলো কি এইবোৰ নকৰ মানে ইহঁতৰ লগত argue নকৰাই ভাল, because they also appear to me they don't have any clear cut guidelines as to কি ক'ব লাগে. তাৰ পিছত সেইদিনাখন ৰাতিয়ে আকৌ আমাক মেইল দিলে that flight is cancelled. And henceforth, Vande Bharat phase 3 will open. So we will have to book our own tickets as and when. And High Commissioner logot ekku letha nai. 3 months amak form fill up korai thakile, and suddenly they just washed their hands off. You get your own tickets through Vande Bharat. Aru ketuke and what we realized ki third phase or OCI card holders of khuli dise. At least first get the stranded people out. আৰু যেতিয়া সিহঁতৰ বুকিং খুলিছে সেইদিনাখন ৰাতিপুৱা 8টাৰ পৰা খুলিব বুলি কৈছিলে 8টাৰ পৰা আমি ৰখি আছো খোলা নাই 10:30 খুলিছে চ 10:30 পৰা খুলি within 1 hour মানে 15 16 17 18 তেনেকুৱা মানে জুনৰ সব বুক হৈয়ে গ'ল সেইটোকে So, because OCI card holders were also allowed, and then আমি বহি আছো আমাৰ chance কেতিয়া আহে আৰু তাৰ পিছত এখন book কৰিব হলেও there is an undertaking which comes up, so you have to fill that up, and when you submit that the booking option opens. And tato মানে though they said ki if you had previous tickets কাৰণ মই first দুবাৰ মান cancel হোৱাৰ পিছত I became smart যেতিয়াই দেখো lockdown extend হ'ব মই এটা tentative date মানে postpone কৰি থৈ দিও ticket মানে before it gets cancelled, because I cannot be dealing with 101 credit vouchers সেইকাৰণে তাৰপিছত সিহঁতি ক'লে কি you আমাৰ কিবা এটা percent you'll get a মানে concession when you have a standing ticket, কিন্তু when you book the ticket সেই optionটো নাথাকে কিন্তু সেইটো আছে সিহঁতে এয়াৰলাইন্স অফিচিয়েলক ক'লে যেনেকে দাদাই কৈছে they don't know and they say ki no we are following instructions from Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, External Affairs, Government of India. তেনেকে তাৰপিছত গৈ পেলাই finally আমি 26ৰ কাৰণে টিকেট পালো, and of course we had to use debit cards to book our tickets, both me and my son, and of course rates were very much higher. তাৰপিছত আমি ভাবিলো কি almost 3 times higher than the normal. তাৰপিছত ভাবিলো কি যেহেতু পইচা ইমান গৈছে সিমান গৈছে, let us opt for the premier seats, at least তাতে চাগে মানুহৰ ভিৰ কম হ'ব, at least we won't be clustered together অলপ মানে, because these prices were supposedly increase on condition ki it will be half of flight and there will be a lot of social distancing. Kintu heya ako airport finally when we came, Heathrow was a total mess, they didn't know what's going on, they made us stand in this queue that queue 3 ঘন্টা মান এটা serpentine line থিয় হয় finally we could check in. Tar pisot when we boarded the flight dekhiso every seat is filled up, whether paid, unpaid, with babies, with children. So I don't know I found that very cumbersome. What you went through, your Russian crisis, your financial crisis, your struggles, and the last part, because that was the third phase. I could have understood if it's your first phase, you're also not sure how to go about running these repatriation flights, but during the third phase, like I thought, like you would have sorted out many things. Or again third phase of Guwahati Namina, you either fly to Delhi, you either fly to Calcutta, and you get a ticket on condition that you quarantine 7 days there in a hotel on your own cost again, and then you can go subsequently to Assam and then again serve a home quarantine if everything is okay. So it was quite an ordeal going through 3 months 10 days in total till I could come out of London.
It really was. It sounds so tiring. It's tough. It's really tough. But I think only good news is now you're sitting at the comfort of home. But
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's a lifetime experience for sure. Yeah. Sushmita, after this, I don't know what else to ask people, but then I know that you also have a story because you have been wanting to go home and you had a family emergency as well. Tarpisot Tumar, I think you, because the special arrangement flights, I think you were to go sometime in June. Here cancel, so here cancel whole is whatever happened, but you're still here. So moi janiba bisarisu what's going on. I mean, are you still planning to go, and when you wanted to go, what happened? You must have also some really frustrating story out there.
Yes, of course. গোটেই জাৰ্ণিটো মই প্ৰথমৰ পৰা ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিছো মাৰ্চৰ বিগিনিঙত যেতিয়া ইউকেত কৰোনা ভাইৰাছ কেছেছ ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈছিলে, তেতিয়া মোৰ মনত আছে মই ঘৰৰ লগত পাতিছো যে এনেকুৱা ইয়াতে ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈছে, ইমান বেছি হোৱা নাই, মাহঁতে কৈছে তাতে থাকিব। পাতো আফটাৰ 1 week মোৰ নিজৰ দাদা suddenly he expired. So মই it has become extremely essential that মই ঘৰলৈ যাব লাগে সোনকালে। So প্ৰথম কেইদিনটো মই ধৰিবই পৰা নাই মই এতিয়া যাওঁ নে কেতিয়া যাওঁ, কাৰণ সেইটো around mid March তেতিয়ালৈকে ক'তো লকডাউন হোৱা নাই, but cases were rising here, especially in UK. So মই তেতিয়া worried আছিলো যদি মই ঘৰলৈ যাওঁ ডিফিকাল্ট হ'ব মই কেনেবাকে মোৰ গাত যদি ভাইৰাছটো থাকে মই চবকে দি দিম কাৰণ তেতিয়া অসমত মোৰ জেগাত কাৰো নাছিল তো প্ৰথমতে মই অলপ স্কেপটিকেল আছিলোঁ যাবলৈ বাট নেভাৰডেলেছ মই ফ্লাইট কৰিলোঁ 18th of March কাৰণে via British Airways but from 18th Airways Indian government has banned all travel from UK so মই এফালেও নহ'লে সেইফালেও নহ'লে so মই ফ্লাইটৰ টিকেটটো আছে বাট মই যাব নোৱাৰোঁ so সেইকাৰণে মই এয়াৰৱেজৰ লগত তেওঁলোকে মোৰ তাৰ কাৰণে ট্ৰেভেল ভাউচাৰ দিলে আৰু মই তেতিয়াৰ পৰা এক্সপেক্ট কৰি আছোঁ যে লকডাউন শেষ হ'ব বুলি যাম but up until May there was no scope of going home because there were no flights but thanks to the government they launched Vande Bharat mission but like Arundhati already said that all the flights were to the metropolitan cities and there were no flights to northeastern part of India and in the beginning the flights were on priority basis and মই নিজে মোৰ ফ্লাইটখন বুক কৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ তেওঁলোকে মোক সিলেক্ট কৰিব লাগিব I mean the embassy then only মই যাব বিচাৰিম তেওঁলোকে ডিসাইড কৰিব লাগিব যে মোৰ এমাৰ্জেন্সি হয় যে মই ঘৰলৈ যাব পাৰিম তো সেইটো মই ৱেইট কৰি আছোঁ আহিব নাহিব মই যেতিয়াই তেওঁলোকে ৰেজিষ্ট্ৰেশ্যন ফৰ্ম উলিয়াই মই সদায় ৰেজিষ্টাৰ কৰোঁ মই গুৱাহাটীলৈ যাব বিচাৰোঁ মোৰ এইটো নাই একো খবৰ নাই দেন ইন জুনৰ বিগিনিঙত মই এটা ইমেইল পালোঁ ইণ্ডাষ্ট্ৰীৰ পৰা যে তুমি কলিকতালৈ যাবলৈ পাবা 11th of জুনত বাট ইন দ্য মিন টাইম মই আৰু এখন ফ্লাইট দেখিলোঁ 19th of জুনত গুৱাহাটীলৈ গৈ আছে তো মই যদি কলিকতালৈ যাওঁ মই কলিকতাত 14 days কোৱাৰেণ্টাইন কৰি দেন এগেইন মই অসমলৈ গৈ কোৱাৰেণ্টাইন কৰিব লাগিব গড ফৰবিড যদি মই কলিকতাত কেনেবাকৈ মোৰ ক'ভিড পজিটিভ হওঁ তেনেহ'লে মই গোটেইখিনি নিজে শ্বৰ্ট আউট কৰিব লাগিব মোৰ বেমাৰ হ'লেও ডক্টৰ তাত নিজে যাব সেইটো এটা ডিফাৰেণ্ট কাইণ্ড অফ ষ্ট্ৰাগল তো সেইকাৰণে মই এম্বেচিক ক'লোঁ যে মোক প্লিজ আপোনালোকে 19 জুনৰ গুৱাহাটী ফ্লাইটখনত দিয়ক মই এটলিষ্ট ঘৰৰ ওচৰৰ সেইখিনি কথা পতাৰ পিছত মই ভাবিলোঁ গুৱাহাটীলৈ তেওঁলোকে মোক দিব তাৰপৰা লাইকৱাইজ লাইক ইন দ্য কেছ অফ Arundhati ma'am I got to know that the flight to Guwahati has been cancelled and after that they stopped giving priority flights and it is all for us to compete in the online buying platform and buy the ticket as soon as possible like already been mentioned যদিহে flight portal এটা খুলে within an hour or two all flights get sold out so it was বহুত basically difficult to get flight and then also until yesterday I mean what did you say there is no flight to Guwahati so যদিও মই ঘৰলৈ যাওঁ তেনেহ'লে মই যাব লাগিব দিল্লী or মুম্বাই দেন আমি সকলোৱে জানো এতিয়া সেইটো এটা মেইন হটস্পট আৰু এতিয়াও দুদিন আগতো মই ফৰ্ম ফিল আপ কৰি আছোঁ এম্বেচিৰ যে ক'লৈ যাব বিচাৰে গুৱাহাটীলৈ তেনেকুৱা ফ্লাইট মই অলৰেডি 3-4 বাৰ ফিল আপ কৰিলোঁ এতিয়ালৈকে গুৱাহাটীলৈ ফ্লাইট হোৱা নাই ত' মোৰ চিটুৱেশ্যনটো এতিয়াও একেই আছে যেতিয়াই মই সুবিধা পাওঁ গুৱাহাটীলৈ যাবলৈ মই তেতিয়াই যাবলৈ মই সাজু হৈ আছোঁ বাট গোটেই চিটুৱেশ্যনটো ইমান এনজাইটি ইমান আনচাৰ্টেইনিটি কি কৰোঁ কি নকৰোঁ যাওঁ নে নাযাওঁ নে ঘৰলৈ যাব লাগে কাম আছে ত' গোটেই চিটুৱেশ্যনটো ডাঙৰ প্ৰব্লেম মই জানো গোটেই চবৰে কাৰণে এইটো ডিফিকাল্ট গভৰ্ণমেণ্টেও বহুত ষ্ট্ৰাগল কৰিছে গোটেইখিনি শ্বৰ্ট আউট কৰিবলৈ বাট মোৰ এটাই ৰিকুৱেষ্ট তেওঁলোকে যাতে অসমৰ কাৰণে ফ্লাইট এখন দিয়ে বিকজ এতিয়ালৈকে এখনো ফ্লাইট অসমলৈ নাই
ঠিক কথা কৈছে এইটো কথা অৰুন্ধতী বাইয়ে ক'লে যে there are flights to every corner of India but you don't see Assam in the list and I think that's a major problem yeah মই এতিয়া আহিম দাদাৰ তালে আই থিংক দাদা আপোনাৰ মিউট হৈ আছে না ঠিকে আছে বৰ্তমান আপুনি কৈছে যে আপোনাৰ ইয়াত যেটো মেডিচিনৰ শৰ্টেজ এটা হৈছে বিকজ ইউ হ্যাভ টু ষ্টে ফৰ লংগাৰ আৰু সেইটো হ'বই কাৰণ যেতিয়া মানুহে আহে ট্ৰেভেল কৰি মানুহে সেই হিচাপে এটা মেডিচিন লৈ আহে কিন্তু আপোনাৰ সিচুৱেশনটো বেলেগ ইয়াত ইমান দিন থাকিব লগা হৈছে আৰু one of the problems ইয়াত ইংলেণ্ডত প্ৰেছক্ৰিপশ্যন নোহোৱাকে মেডিচিন নাপায় কিনিবলৈ বা কিছু এনেকুৱা ঔষধ য'ত অসমত পোৱা যায় ইয়াত হয়তো সেয়া নাপায় সো তাৰ কাৰণে হয়তো আপুনি বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ কিছুমান সমস্যা চলি আছে আপোনাৰ তাৰ বিষয়ে জানিব বিচাৰিম আৰু তাৰ কিবা উপায় পাইছেনে মেডিচিন পোৱাৰ
মই কৈছো প্ৰথমতে কওঁ মোৰ আগৰ বক্তাজনে ক'লে যে এয়াৰলাইন্সৰ টিকেট লৈ কিখিনি অসুবিধা তেওঁলোকে ফেচ কৰে সেই কথা যেতিয়া মোৰ ছোৱালীয়ে মোৰ সেই ফ্লাইট কেঞ্চেল হ'ল খবৰটো পালোঁ একো নাই তেতিয়া যিকেইটা হেল্পলাইনছ আছিলে ইউকে এয়াৰ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ সেই লাইনখিনি অফ যিকেইটা হেল্পলাইন আছিলে ইণ্ডিয়াত সেই লাইনবিলাকৰ 1 ঘণ্টা 2 ঘণ্টা লাগে সেইটো হৈ যায় চোফাৰ দৰৱৰ লৈ কথা মই কাৰণ মোৰ 2nd জুনত টিকেট আছিলে গতিকে মই জুনৰ 10-15 তাৰিখলৈকে চলিব পৰাকৈ মই 5 বিধমান দৰৱ খাওঁৱেই যেতিয়া দৰৱৰ মোৰ সেই পৰিস্থিতি সেই অৱস্থা হ'ল এতিয়া মই মোৰ আপুনি ক'লেই দীপেন বৰুৱা মোৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ড তেওঁক মই মোৰ সমস্যাটো দিলোঁ তেওঁ চব বেচাৰে যথেষ্ট চেষ্টা কৰিলে জেনেৰিক ষ্টেট লৈ তেতিয়া তেওঁ মোক ক'লে 2টা নে 1টা খালি দিলে তেওঁ লিখিলে তাকো ঠিক নহয় তেতিয়া তেওঁ ক'লে যে ইণ্ডিয়াত দৰৱবিলাক 2-3টা বস্তু কম্পজিশ্যন থাকে এটা টেবলেট এটা কেপচুলত কিন্তু ইট ইজ নট চ' ইন দিছ প্লেচ গতিকে তেওঁ ক'লে যদি পাৰা তুমি ইণ্ডিয়াৰ পৰা অনা এটা ব্যৱস্থা কৰিব লাগে যি কি নহওক মোৰ বন্ধুৱে এখন প্ৰেছক্ৰিপশ্যন দিলে ফৰ ছিংগল ড্ৰাগ সেইটো কিনিবলৈ যাওঁতে প্ৰেছক্ৰিপশ্যনখনত এটাই দৰৱ কিন্তু 26 পাউণ্ড লৈছে এনিৱে তাৰপিছত মই মোৰ গুৱাহাটীত আনা বন্ধু যি মোৰ ডাক্তৰ বন্ধু তেওঁ ক'লে যে এই ঘটনা মই বোলে ঠিক আছে তো মই যিহেতু গুৱাহাটী বা কুৰিয়াৰত নাহিব DHL কুৰিয়াৰ মানে যিটো ইণ্টাৰনেশ্যনেল কুৰিয়াৰ চাৰ্ভিচ তো মই মোৰ এজন দিল্লীৰ বন্ধুক খুব ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিলোঁ তেওঁ প্ৰথমতে ৰিলাক্টেণ্ট আছে তাৰপিছত তেওঁ খবৰ লৈ ক'লে যে ঠিক আছে যাব অমুক তাৰিখৰ পৰা তুমি প্ৰেছক্ৰিপশ্যন তেওঁ দৰৱখিনি 2-এটা হয়তো অল্টাৰনেট কৰি যোগাৰ কৰিলে তাৰপিছত যেতিয়া দিলে তেতিয়া তেওঁলোকে ক'লে যে ডক্টৰ আপ টু ডেট প্ৰেজেণ্ট হেৰি প্ৰেছক্ৰিপশ্যন তেতিয়া মই আকৌ সেই মোৰ বন্ধুক ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিলোঁ তেওঁ অলপ সুবিধা পাইছে তেওঁ তাহাঁতলৈ সেই প্ৰেছক্ৰিপশ্যন মেইল কৰিলে তাৰ ওপৰত দিয়াৰ পিছত মই বোধ কৰোঁ 26 পাউণ্ড নে কিমানটা কাষ্টমছো ভৰিবলগীয়া আৰু যদিও মোক 72 আৱাৰ্ছত ডেলিভাৰী দিয়াৰ কথা আছিলে আল্টিমেটলি মই 15 দিন পিছত ডেলিভাৰী পালোঁ ধৰক 3 মাহৰ কাৰণে ধৰক যদি গতিকে এতিয়া ধৰক মই এই ইয়াতে মোৰ এজন ছাত্ৰ অৱস্থাৰ বন্ধু বা গুৱাহাটীত সেই ধৰণৰ এজন মোৰ ডাক্তৰ বন্ধু আছিলে তাৰ সত্ত্বেও মই ইমানখিনি হাৰাছমেণ্ট ফেচ কৰিলোঁ বাকী আমাৰ মানুহে তাতে আমাৰ নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ মানুহকতো বহুতেই চিনি নাপায় বা সেই ধৰণৰ ব্যৱহাৰ নাই গতিকে এটা বিৰাট হাৰাছমেণ্ট বিৰাট ট্ৰাবল সেইটো ফেচ কৰিছোঁ এতিয়া দেখিছোঁ মই 3 মাহৰ কাৰণে 3 মাহৰ বেছি আনিবলৈ নিদিয়ে আকৌ মানে দৰৱৰ দাম যিমান তাতকৈ বেছি কুৰিয়াৰ চাৰ্জ আৰু আমি ৰিটায়াৰ্ড মানুহ পেঞ্চনৰ ওপৰত চলা পইচা পাতিও এটা আমাৰ সমস্যা এটা আছে গতিকে দিছ ইজ ওৱান অফ দ্য মেজৰ প্ৰব্লেম
Absolutely. কাৰণ মেডিচিন মানে হেল্থ নহয় জানো যদি হেল্থে নাথাকে তেতিয়াহ'লে কেনেকে হ'ব আৰু আপুনি যেনেকে
এইবিলাক মোৰ চুগাৰ আছে ইটো সিটো আছে ছাপৰ্টিং বন্ধুৱে সেইজন বন্ধুকৰ তেওঁ দিছিলে গতিকে দৰৱখিনি খাই থাকিলে মই এতিয়া আই এম এৰাউণ্ড 75 গতিকে এই ছাপৰ্টটো মোক লাগিবতো সৰু কথা কেইটামান দৰৱ এনেই খাই থকা মোৰ মিছেছে কেতিয়াবা খাই ডাইজেষ্টিভ বা গেছ সেই বস্তুবিলাকো লাহে লাহে নাইকিয়া হৈয়ে মই নাজানো এতিয়া সেই দৰৱবিলাক মই কেনেকৈ যাব ধৰণৰ কথা আছে
হয় এইটো এটা অতি ডাঙৰ ঘটনা প্ৰব্লেম কাৰণ আৰু হৈছে কি এতিয়া যাব কেতিয়া পাৰিব সেয়াওতো নাজানে সেইটো এটা ডাঙৰ
আপুনি শুনিলেই যে বন্দে ভাৰত ৰিপেট্ৰিয়েশ্যন ফ্লাইটৰ অৱস্থাটো আপুনি শুনিলেই তাৰপিছত কোনো এটা চিষ্টেমেটিক কোনো এটা ৰুটিন নাই ক'ত কোৱাৰেণ্টাইন হ'ব কিমান দিন হ'ব কি কথা উইল বি ট্ৰেভেলিং টু গুৱাহাটী চামলৈ যাম তো আমি এবাৰ দিল্লীত কোৱাৰেণ্টাইনৰ বহুত ধৰণৰ কথা বতৰা শুনি আছো এতিয়া মই আপোনাৰ প্ৰগ্ৰেমটো বহলাই বুজা নাই তাৰপিছত আকৌ আমি গৈ কোৱাৰেণ্টাইন হ'ব গুৱাহাটী আমাক একেলগতে লৈ নাযায় বা একেবাৰে গুৱাহাটী যিমান শুনি আছো ইণ্টাৰনেশ্যনেল এয়াৰপৰ্ট গোপীনাথ বৰদলৈ এয়াৰপৰ্ট তো এটলিষ্ট গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ মানুহখিনিৰ কাৰণে 7খন তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিবা এটা কৰিব পাৰিব লাগিছে মোৰ আগৰ বক্তা গৰাকীয়ে ক'লে বেচাৰি যে লাষ্ট মমেণ্টত ক'লে সেইটো কেঞ্চেল
Right. I think এই কথাটো সকলো এটা কমন এটা মেছেজ আহি আছে যে আটাইতকৈ ডাঙৰ আমাৰ নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ মানুহখিনিৰ এয়াই প্ৰব্লেম হৈছে যে স্পেচিয়েল ফ্লাইট যদি গৈও আছে অসমলৈতো যোৱা নাই, নৰ্থ ইষ্টলৈতো যোৱা নাই।
দেখুৱাইছে তাৰ আগতো জুনৰ বোধৰ 2 তাৰিখে এটা 4 তাৰিখে এটা গুৱাহাটী ফ্লাইট দেখুৱাইছিলে। কিবা কোনোবা এজনে মোৰ আগৰ বক্তা এগৰাকীয়ে যে কৈছিলে হেৰি কিছু হোৱাটছএপ গ্ৰুপৰ হেৰি মই 2টা মেইল দেখিছোঁ, কিন্তু সেইবিলাকো হয়তো তেনেকুৱা হৈছে। এতিয়া আই এম নন পলিটিকেল মেন, মই কোনো পাৰ্টি মই কাৰণ যিটো বেয়া বেয়া কৰা বস্তু সেইকাৰণে মই কৈছো যে এইটো এটা খুব অপ্ৰিয় সত্য। সদায় আমি নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ সদায় আমি এইখিনি নেগলেক্ট। আজি যেতিয়া অমৃতসৰত দিছে স্পেচিয়েল ফ্লাইট বা 2-এটা কথা মই নাম ক'ব পাৰো সময় ল'ব, সেইবিলাকলৈ কৈছো হোৱাই নট টু গুৱাহাটী। আজি এম্বেচিয়ে চবে কয় এই এম্বেচেডাৰ লেডি আছে যথেষ্ট হেল্পফুল দিছে, তো এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চটো মোৰ আগৰ বক্তাই।
হয় হয়, আই হোপ এই এনে ধৰণৰ মেছেজ কিছু আচল যোনে শুনিব লাগে ডিচিশ্যন মেকাৰ্ছলৈকে যায়, কিন্তু মানুহে ভুগি আছে সেইটো ফৰ চিয়'ৰ। শোভানা, তোমালৈ আহিছোঁ। তুমিও ইউ অলছ' ৱান্টেড টু গ' টু Assam and spend time with family and all that, but then I think then you thought whether it's even a good idea to do so. So I'm not going to ask you that, but what I wanted to ask is, I mean, people have kind of touched upon this, but when, they select and prioritize who can go, who can't go, like Sushmita said, you can't even decide, it's them to decide. Yeah. So, I mean, are you able to, because you were in the process, are you able to talk us through the process? Keneke jalukhe select kore, tumar knowledge ase ne hetu, where you are part of that process, ki dhorone prioritize kore, kune jabo paribo, kune nware?
মই সেইটোত বেছি ক'ব নোৱাৰিম কাৰণ মই এপ্লিকেশ্যন কৰা নাছিলো ফ্ৰেঙ্কলি স্পিকিং ক'বলৈ গ'লে। because I realized ki যেতিয়া মোৰ পাছপোৰ্টখন ডিলে হৈ গ'ল, I realized I'm not in a position to make an application anymore. So মোৰ সেইটো ফাৰ্স্ট বিগিনিং মোৰ পাছপোৰ্টে নাই, so সেইকাৰণে মানে I was like okay fine, মানে by the time মোৰ পাছপোৰ্ট আহিল I realized that মই এটা এপ্লিকেশ্যন কৰিলো, it's too late. because এতিয়া এটা এনেকুৱা ক্ৰাইচিছ হৈ গৈছে, মই যদি যাবও খোজে তেনেকে চবে কৈছে যে মই যাবও খুজিলে ঘৰত মই ডাইৰেক্টলি যাব নোৱাৰো, মই ভায়া হৈ যাব লাগিব ডিফাৰেণ্ট লোকেশ্যন, আৰু মই তাতে কোৱাৰেণ্টাইন কৰিম, তাৰপিছত মই ঘৰত গৈ কোৱাৰেণ্টাইন কৰিম। Plus there is always this fear ki moi what if I'm a career, যদি মই carry কৰো virus আৰু যদি মোৰ family, so তেতিয়া once I realized that মোৰ হাতত passport নাই, now it's too late, I decided that okay, maybe for me it's better to just wait and see how things shape out and then make a decision later.
Okay. And you didn't have to deal with Indian High Commission as well in London for any support or anything?
No, I never, frankly speaking, I never contacted them. Hetu mane মোৰ নিজৰ personal মানে এটা decision মই ললো যে যেহেতু মই এতিয়া যাব নোৱাৰো, I think it would on my family to go to the ঘৰত গৈ পেলাই, আৰু মোৰ কাৰণ আইতা ককাহঁতো আছে, গোটেইবোৰ আছে, so I was like too scared.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. For you, basically, you settled down with the idea that I can't go home, so let's just peace of mind, just be here. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Geeta ba, apunar tale ahisu. Apuni, obviously, your direct flight was not so direct anymore. I think to Delhi, to Dubai, to London. So as you were traveling through, I am sure that you kind of could sense the ki hoye ase akhe pakhe, that that whole seriousness of the situation. Aru hetur bikhoye janibo bisaisu karon we start to panic when we see people around us panicking, when it's quite chaotic, when people behave differently. So apuni jineke mane traveling kori ahi asile, did you see those kind of chaotic environments?
Yeah, I saw it because what happened in Delhi, the internal flight, all of them, the passenger in the internal flight has been checked for COVID-19. And there was all the international flight has been cancelled, most of them. And that is the reason Delhi was very, very quiet at that time. Then I went to Dubai, and Dubai, what happened, they checked my connecting flight and said where to go, which terminal to go, and they said that your flight may be cancelled. because so many flights are cancelled. And I was so worried that time that I thought myself of where I will go, how to actually I will make my journey, the rest of the journey. And I heard about something in Assam that people where the airlines has got less passenger, they transfer to another airlines so that people full load of people can travel. And I thought maybe that is the case. But then that person said to me that listen to the tannoy of the airport and do exactly what they guide you. But luckily, I didn't get any announcement. Then I booked a flight. I boarded the flight, and then flight was booked like I never seen that. It's like people are there, then the children sit on their lap, and it is like like a market kind of thing. And I thought myself, I never come to this situation before. And a passenger just next to my aisle, he said to me that our flight has been cancelled and moved. They're shifting us to this flight. Mostly that attendance heard wrong or something. And I said, oh, that is lucky that I am coming in the right flight. But for them, some people come from South Africa, some people come from Canada. They put the Canada's flight and then they transfer to UK. It's like chaos. I don't know what's going on. And then I arrived to UK. Surprisingly, life is normal. No check, nothing. I just came straight away and I checked the baggage and I came out. And I was so surprised what's going on. One country is so much chaos and others is none.
I think England wasn't so prepared for it at that time. They didn't think it's coming. Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah. No. Awesome. All these stories can be so frustrating. Actually, listening to it. Yeah. I'm actually coming to an end of the show, but before that, I have got one question to ask all of you. 30-second answer, but I think I really want to ask this. I'll start from Arundhati. After going through all this, what you have gone through, if you are to blame, who would you blame? And where you think things could be better? I know you have touched upon few things, but if you have to blame somebody and where things could be better.
I think I wouldn't blame anyone because it's a pandemic. The whole world is suffering, and as I think many of us mentioned, no one was prepared for this. Like UK was not prepared when I landed. India was not prepared when after I was stranded in thing. But I think this could have been more systematic, especially whoever stranded, get them in, because at that point India was not having so much of cases. I think we had overreacted at that point of time. At least if you don't allow foreigners, let the stranded Indians come back. You give them some kind of a system of coming back and quarantine or whatever, because we were coming from those hotspot areas. So, but they could have got us in when the rest of the country was in a lockdown. Then at least they can monitor each and every one of us. And then we won't be running away somewhere, because we'll come from one airport to the other. We'll go through a systematic route only. So that was very difficult. And then they just took it for granted that none of us would have any financial constraints or any health issues, like as Indrajit said. It's very dicey, stranded out there. He's lucky that he was in his daughter's house. But many are stranded in hotels, many are stranded and they had to take help. I know of students who had to get food from Gurudwaras. It was arranged by some Indians and from Assamese people there. So there was some free accommodation. So like this, okay, if it's a 1 week, 10 days, it's fine. But it was going on eternally. So I think that part, the government of India and I think even the government of Assam should have put some pressure to at least get the whole lot of us in one go, in one flight.
Yeah, well said. Sushmita, what would you say? You had a flight and it got cancelled. Now you're not even sure you want to go. Do you think something could be better for you not to go through all of this?
I would like to say just one thing. I still want to go home, and I request Indian government and Assam government to please organize a flight to Assam. there are lots of people stranded from Assam and northeastern states in here, and there are flights that has been scheduled to different nooks and corners of India, but not anywhere in Northeast. So my only request to the decision makers is please kindly schedule a flight to Assam.
Great. Indrajit, আপুনি কি ক'ব মানে বৰ্তমান ইয়াত অকমান তথাপিও ভাল সিচুৱেশ্যন এতিয়া অসমত অলপ বেছি কেছেছ চলি আছে আপুনি তথাপিও ভাবেনে যে you'd rather go back to your own place নিজৰ ঘৰলৈ ঘূৰি যোৱা বেছি ভাল
নিশ্চয় কাৰণ মোৰ তাতে ঘৰখনৰ মোৰ কাৰণ অকল একমাত্ৰ ল'ৰা বোৱাৰী আৰু সৰু এজনী ভাগিনী আছে আৰু ঘৰৰ দৈনন্দিন যিবিলাক কাম সেইবিলাকো চোৱা চিতা কৰিব লাগে তবে ইয়াতে মই এটা কথা কওঁ সাডেন পেণ্ডেমিক এটা হ'ল কিন্তু ভাৰত চৰকাৰে ৰিপেট্ৰিয়েশ্যনৰ কাৰণে নাই কৰা বুলি মই কোৱা নাই কিন্তু বস্তু আৰু অলপ মানে স্পেচিফিক প্ৰগ্ৰেম ৱাইজ ডিপ থট দি প্ৰগ্ৰেমখিনি কৰা হ'লে আজি মোৰ ইয়াৰে দুগৰাকী পাৰ্টিচিপেণ্টে যি ধৰণে ভুগিছে বা আৰু ৰাইজে যি ভুগিছে শুনিছো বস্তুখিনি অলপ কম
হয় হয় অতি সুন্দৰ কথা কৈছে যিটো ভুগিছে মানুহে আনপ্ৰেসিডেন্টেড টাইমটো হয় কিন্তু হয়তো কম হয়
লকডাউন কৰিলে প্ৰগ্ৰেমটো মানে ৰিপেটিশনৰ এইটো আৰু ফ্ৰুটফুল হ'ল
সুন্দৰ কথা Shovana তুমি কি ক'বা after listening to everybody's stories you know what people have gone through where you think things can be better
I think in the sense of like this has been a global pandemic, a global crisis, I would say, for all of us. And when each one of us have had our sufferings in our own way, this one financial, this one personal, health-wise, kiman sobore problem. But at the end of the day, jodi moi sao janeke etia sobe ba hote nijor experience bilak koise I don't think it has been fair to anyone. Janeke etia janeke koise jane amar north east ami jodi jabole khojo enuka nohoy je mor jabole mona it's been like 2 years our more family there has been some like lots of issues going on and I really wish to go home but moi jodi jabo khojo etia amar Guwahati le jabole Assam le jabole flight nai so I think it's not fair if you put rules and regulations in place it has to be fair to all it has to be fair to all the states of India why are there one states you are those states are left out and why are you prioritizing some states only that is not fair I think that's a concern that people or the decision makers should actually pay attention to that's something I would say
yeah fantastic Geeta ba apuni ki kobo apuni to face korise kot bostubur bhal hobo parile
মই ভাবো এয়াৰলাইন্স বিলাকৰ কেনসেলেশন কৰাৰ আগতে তেওঁলোকৰ ক্লিয়াৰিটিটো খুব দৰকাৰ গাইডেন্স এটা দৰকাৰ পেসেঞ্জাৰক দিবলৈ যাতে তেওঁলোকে কোড কি ইনফৰমেশন পাব পাৰে কেনেকৈ টিকেট কাটিব পাৰে তেওঁলোকৰ ওয়েলফেয়াৰ আৰু সেফটিটো কেনেকৈ হ'ব পাৰে কাৰণ মই আজি মোৰ পৰিয়ালৰ লগত আছিলো আৰু আহিছো প্লেনৰে আকৌ মোৰ নিজৰ ঘৰলৈ আহিছো কিন্তু বহুত মানুহে মানে আছে হোটেলত আৰু বহুত কষ্ট হৈ গৈছে তেওঁলোকৰ এইবোৰ কথা ভাবিলে ভাব হয় যে they should have a proper guidance এইটোৱে মোৰ কথা
অতি সুন্দৰ আপোনালোক সকলোকে মই ধন্যবাদ জনাব বিচাৰিম because we have come to the end of this show but I think what we have gathered from the discussion and from everybody's view is that airlines of course we know all of us are going through problems including the airlines but I think their information needs to be a little bit more regular. They need to communicate better. And I think another point as an Assamese, as a Northeastern, I think everybody has raised this point that we need to have flight that goes to Assam, to the Northeast. I think I really do hope that it goes somewhere that it needs to. But thank you to each one of you for your time and sharing, your viewpoints, your story. I would also like to thank the Sentinel that they have actually offered us this platform to discuss. And finally...
Thank you, very well conducted.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
And also to the audience, obviously, for watching us. I do hope that you're keeping well, so keep healthy and happy. And to all of you as well. And see you soon. Goodbye for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody. Very nice meeting you. Bye.